What's up, guys? It's Spam for Breakfast, back again with another review. Alright, hey buddy. Yeah. Today we are reviewing a Banquet cheesy patty and mashed potatoes.
Looks pretty gross.
You know what's upsetting about that though is that I was looking at this at the store and I was like, you know what, that looks okay. Because the whole time I was looking at this, I was thinking this was a beef patty. This is not a beef patty. This is a meat patty made with pork and chicken.
And it resembles a hamburger in the photo.
Right, so that's... It looks like a hamburger. I assumed it was beef, which even if it's low-grade beef, it's still better than pork and chicken. So, yeah, hopes are not especially high for this one.
Let's get into this.
Let's do this. Alright, here it is, fresh out of the box. Instructions say to slit film. So we'll do that and microwave for 3 minutes. So let's do it. Alright, here we are at the midway point. The instructions say to stir the potatoes and replace the film. So here we are stirring the potatoes, which are like half frozen, half warm, and replacing the film.
Alright, so there we have it. It is fully cooked. Looks pretty gross, if you ask me.
I just accidentally splashed on
You can
the-
actually see the mashed potatoes don't look like regular mashed potatoes. I mean,
No,
the only
they
thing
don't.
that looks normal is the corn, and that's not saying much at all.
No, it's not saying much. Hard to get these
That
out.
cheese sauce, it looks like nacho cheese.
It does. I'm concerned because, well, we can talk about it more in a bit, but the this patty is not brown like it is on the box.
Yeah.
It is quite pale gray, covered in this cheese. Let's I guess let's try it out, man.
Let's do it. Alright, without further ado.
What's first on this, man? I feel like I keep having to remind myself what I'm eating. This is a cheesy patty and mashed potatoes. So
This is a cheesy patty made with mechanically separated chicken and pork. I think we should start with the most promising item, which would be the corn.
Okay.
Move on to the mashed potatoes.
Again, that's not really saying that much.
Yeah.
That's let's do it.
The corn itself looks more like dry than the other TV dinners we've had. I feel like the other ones that we've had with corn has had a significant...
It looks more like plump, you mean?
It's had much more water in the last TV dinners. Tastes fine to me.
Tastes fine. A little soft, but that's, I guess, to be expected, right?
Yeah. I like these better because they're not as watery. Like, you're not like
there's
scooping
not a
out water, and
spoonful of water, right?
it doesn't taste as diluted. Like, you can actually taste the corn more than the other TV dinners we've had. These mashed potatoes, I think after you let them sit for a minute, they've solidified a little more, which is typical. I mean, if you've ever had like instant mashed potatoes, that's kind of how they work.
They do form like a vacuum seal
Yeah.
to the container they're in. They don't smell like anything to me. You already tried them.
They're pretty creamy.
Yeah, they don't taste like that much.
I think they're a little like thin, like the kind of mashed potatoes that I like. They have a little bit more texture to them.
Okay.
But these are like really creamy and like melt in your mouth. Very buttery.
They are quite buttery, yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go for one more bite.
You know, I'm not a big fan of mixing my my corn and mashed potatoes, but for some reason I feel like this time it would actually be good.
I could see that. I typically do that, and I think that's just more of a texture thing. Like,
Well, they have kind of a funky texture to them. Maybe that's why.
right, that's
I
what I'm
wanna do
saying.
that.
They feel thin or like a little like watered down, maybe, or something.
They feel powdery.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like homemade mashed
No.
potatoes, that's for sure. But I mean, overall, the flavor of them are fine.
Sure, yeah, they taste fine.
So I think the corn is fine, not as much water, which I prefer, and the mashed potatoes are a little thin for my liking, but
Right.
as far as flavor goes, it's fine. I'm most curious about this entree.
Dude, this patty. I'm gonna look at. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna look at this real quick. The ingredients. The ingredients for the meat and cheese sauce. Oh, meat patty and cheese sauce. Meat patty has pork, mechanically separated chicken, water, textured vegetable protein, and then it looks like the rest are just various minerals.
Preservatives.
Soy protein. Yeah, preservatives, minerals, that sort of thing. Caramel color, soy lectin. The cheese appears to be relatively normal, but it just... This patty, I looked at this picture in the store and I just thought, oh, that's probably beef. It's not beef.
Yeah. And in the picture itself, there is like bits of bacon, which I don't see anywhere in
That's
this
true.
entree.
Oh, there's zero.
Yeah.
There's zero of that. So I guess we'll give it a shot here, all right? Oh, really soft.
Really soft. The inside is even more gray than the surface. It smells like beef stroganoff. Or like
It does.
hamburger helper.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's weird. All right.
Let's do
Do it.
it. Oh god. That's all I need.
You know,
Oh man.
at first it actually doesn't taste that bad, in my opinion.
The cheese is so processed and disgusting
Oh,
in my
yeah.
opinion. That is horrible.
It's
The patty itself tastes like Salisbury steak to me.
This is definitely not natural or normal at all. But I'm gonna try this patty again before I say this, so just let me make sure.
Salisbury steak though, man. That's what I'm getting. Salisbury steak in like a cheese sauce rather than like a gravy. But this is much lighter, much more gray than your typical Salisbury steak.
You know, I have to say, even though I know how gross that meat patty is, I don't actually think that tastes that bad. I'm not saying I prefer it. I'm not saying I'd go out of my way to get it. But I'm saying I don't think that's actually as bad as I was expecting it to be.
It just tastes so fake to me.
Oh yeah, it
The
does.
texture
is-
itself,
yeah.
it doesn't even mimic
yeah.
like beef.
No, it doesn't at all. But the taste alone, if you ignore that, which it's hard to do, but the taste alone is actually not that bad. It's just like salty.
Yeah,
I don't
but that's so much part of the experience of eating is people are looking at it and smelling it, and it's like that's almost as important as the flavor of it
I guess.
in a lot of ways. You know, people go their whole lives with like eating something just because it looks gross or smells gross.
Or yeah.
You know,
This whole dish has 340 calories, 19 grams of fat. That's actually kind of impressive, I think.
sodium,
Sodium is 63% of your daily value.
which I think isn't really that surprising.
I feel like that's also not that high though, considering.
I mean, that's over half of your daily
No,
value.
it's a lot, but for what it is,
Yeah.
it's just a miscellaneous meat patty and corn. Like it's not that high.
Well,
for
the
what
mashed
it is.
potatoes and the corn shouldn't really have any.
I'm
sodium.
sure they both do.
I'm sure they do, but they realistically shouldn't have any. But I would say the majority of that sodium comes from the meat patty
Oh
itself,
sure, yeah. And the
full of
cheese.
preservatives and
Yeah,
all
right.
that. And the cheese for sure.
Also has 7 grams of sugar.
That's surprising. I would
That's
I would have to guess that's from the mashed potatoes, like the
Really?
flavor of the butter in the
Mhm.
mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I feel like there's sugar in that miscellaneous meat patty too.
Yeah.
And then 12 grams of protein is pretty good too. I don't know. I probably wouldn't go out of my way to buy this ever again.
I would not. That's a hard no for me.
That being said, I was pleasantly surprised with how not repulsive it was.
I don't know.
It's
man.
not that
the,
bad.
The corn and the mashed potatoes are fine. That
I think I have some more
the
corn.
cheese and the patty were both disgusting to me. Because the cheese looks so, like, it visually looks so processed.
It does.
And then the meat itself is gray and the texture's off. And
You know what we haven't done in a while that we should do?
Mm.
A bite of everything all together. Come on.
All right.
Alright.
All right.
Get some corn. Wait, I should get the corn last. I'll get some of this patty and cheese sauce. Get some mashed potatoes. And then I'll get some corn. Try it all together.
Oh, man. I think that was better.
It's not that bad.
I think that was better, but only because it drowns out the flavor and the texture of the meat. Like, I got the chewiness of the corn and the flavor of the potatoes, and then the meat was in the
saltiness of the
background.
meat.
Kinda, yeah. Still not good in my opinion.
It's funky. It's weird.
I mean, I wish you guys could see just like what this meat patty looks like right now. It looks pretty foul.
You could probably stick it to the wall if you threw it hard enough.
Oh, without a doubt. Especially with that cheese on there.
Yeah, right.
That's it's disappointing. I guess my hopes weren't very high for this to begin with. It doesn't even say like meat patty. It says cheese patty with mashed potatoes.
Cheesy patty with mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm curious to see how this would taste in the conventional oven.
I
because
doubt it would be any different.
They do have, you know, well, I mean, at least as far as texture goes for the meat patty.
I don't think it would get like a crisp on it, if that's what you mean. I
think
doubt it.
I think it would be
anyway.
better than the microwave.
Maybe, but this would still be soft enough that you could like.
I'm just trying to be optimistic here.
I guess. All right. What do you think you'd rate it? Your lowest so far is a 4.1, and that was on the Kid Cuisine.
Kid Cuisine. I'm trying to think about what that was again. It was the gross mashed French fries,
Pop Star popcorn chicken.
the cake, the popcorn chicken.
Yeah, the cake.
Dude, honestly, I would rather have that than this.
Really?
I think so. Because at least the popcorn chicken is like just chunks of protein. But this, you have to deal with like the coagulated meat patty with the processed cheese.
Yeah.
So, Kid Cuisine is a 4.1, man, for
Yeah.
this. Lowest score yet. I think this is going to be a 3.6.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty damn low for me.
That is pretty low.
Never would I come back to this.
Wow. I understand your reasoning for that. Although I do remember the popcorn chicken for the Kid Cuisine was mostly breading with almost zero chicken.
Yeah.
But I still understand the reasoning because this is just like a miscellaneous meat patty, and it's pretty gross.
Right.
That being said, I still think I enjoy this more as a whole than I did the Kid Cuisine, just because the Kid Cuisine wasn't good
That's
at all.
surprising, man.
There was almost nothing redeeming about that. The cake was okay,
Yeah.
but like
I don't know, like
the corn. Do you remember the corn in the Kid Cuisine?
Yeah.
That was gross.
Right. My thoughts for that though is like you could kind of mix the chicken, the fries, the corn
The
all
fries were
together.
disgusting
You could
too.
douse it in hot sauce and kind of eat it all together.
But that's bringing an outside ingredient.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I mean, still, overall, I'd rather have chunks of chicken that at least are the right color, you know what I mean, than that meat patty.
Yeah, the meat patty is not good. There's not much I can say that anybody could say really to redeem that patty. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That being said, my lowest rating was also for Kid Cuisine, and that was a 2 out of 10. I think this is gonna get a. I think this is gonna tie. I think it's gonna tie with Banquet turkey meal and Boston Market country fried beef steak, and it's gonna get a 4 out of 10.
4. Wow.
I'd get it again.
I don't know, man.
If I had to.
Okay, but if we had this and the turkey meal side by side, all day long, I'm going with the turkey meal. I don't know how that could possibly be tied in your head. I think this is definitely a 3 out of 10, but I can't question it.
I hadn't.
You already
thought
scored
of
it.
I hadn't thought of it in those terms, if I'm totally honest. But if I had to pick between this turkey meal and country fried beef steak, I feel like it'd be a good rotation. If those are my 3 options for the rest of my life, I feel like I'd be all
some
right.
sad options.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if I had to pick between those 3 and I had to cycle through them, I think I'd be all right. So yeah, I stand by my score.
All right, man. Well, I guess there you have it, guys. We saw this box and our expectations were low. Unfortunately, here we are. Expectations kind of matched up with.
Yeah, I went to the store and I saw they must have restocked, because there are several of these meat patty with whatever else options now. I kind of want to try all of them, even though I know none of them are going to be good.
I don't know, man.
We'll see about that.
Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Spam for Breakfast. Another review. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Let us know what you'd like to see next.
Let us know if you've had this.
Yeah,
if you think differently. If there's another Banquet meal that you think is better and we should try. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and
show your mom.
Show your mom. Show your grandma.
Show your cat.
Show your dog.
I guess. Yeah. Thanks for watching.